Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Oakland A's. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Brett Anderson, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3, but if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Digging in now, Cole Calhoun, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off the afternoon for the Angels, right fielder.
First offering on its way. Swing and a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. The windup and the 0-1. Missed with a slider. In his career against Brett Anderson, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Our temperature at first pitch and even 70 degrees here this afternoon. Anderson, 30 years of age. He was taken in the 2nd round during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Yeah, you have to look out for the guy they call Simba, Andrelton Simmons. He's such a great talent, the kind of talent that can dominate a game, a perennial all-star, and win some awards. He's one of the best in the game today, and he's always fun to watch.
The 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1.
Hey, he's looking to punch out the side right here. And if this guy's going to do him favors and swing outside the zone, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Lucroy over to his left, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. Angels nothing, A's coming to bat. We're back after. Andrew Heaney, a left-hander out of Oklahoma, will be on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Andrew Heaney is an interesting lefty, Matty. At times he could be a swing and miss guy. Good fastball, 92 to 94 miles an hour, overhand curveball, and the slider. So he has the curveball slider mix. His changeup is getting better. If he's throwing strikes early, he could be really tough.
And there's one away. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
The relay, and he is in there.
And this is what good major league hitters do with a pitch on the outer half. They don't try to do too much with it. Just square it up the best you can and drive it to the opposite gap. By the time the outfielders react and get to it, he's well on his way to third.
Here's Jed Lowry now. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Two and 0 now. Chapman stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. 3 and 0 now.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. but not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
That one's in there, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch is in there for a full count now, 3-2.
Hey, I love the location right there. Maybe that extra base hit was a big wake-up call to get it going.
Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Payoff pitch one more time. Hit weakly back to the mound. And a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out. Here's Chris Davis now.
Designated hitter, Chris Davis.
Here comes the first pitch. Breaking balls in for a strike. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
This is a perfect time for him to break out that nasty changeup. Great arm action on it and bury something in the dirt.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. One left for Oakland, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Ready now, Albert Pujols. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
First baseman number 5, Albert Pujols.
And the first pitch to the 38-year-old veteran is in for a called strike, 0-1.
Ooh, I'm shocked he took that pitch right there. That ain't plus 90s right there. That's mid to low 90s fastball in the honey hole. I'm surprised he didn't pull the trigger on that one.
And this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Albert Pujols.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I like what he was trying to do there with the 2-seam fastball, but that's a tough pitch to command. When you throw it glove side like that, it's really tough to get it to come back to the corner.
The 2-2 one more time. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Center fielder on the run. 1 out.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And known as one of the best framing catchers in the game, Jonathan LaCroix can beat you multiple fashions. Not only can he do it from a defensive standpoint, catching and throwing to second base, but he can also move the ball on the offensive side.
In there, strike 1.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Hit on the ground out to short. On to first, and it's a fine start to the inning for Anderson. 2 away now.
Batting sixth, third baseman.
Here's Caleb Coward. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball here. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. The bouncer to the left side. Simeon's there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Young on the move. 1 down.
Time for a look at the Angels on defense. And let's take a look at Andrelton Simmons. You can argue this is the best defender in all the sport. Range, first step, quickness, whatever you want to throw out there, this is one of the best in the game.
Next up for the A's, Stephen Piscotty. First pitch of the at-bat. And he just misses with a curveball. Drilled right back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
That's the game plan right there. Elevate the sinker from the offensive standpoint. That's what they talked about in the hitters meeting. And on the flip side, if the pitcher doesn't get that pitch down, there's going to be a call to the pen shortly.
At the plate, Mark Hanna. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Breaking ball in for a strike.
Hey, he got away with that one right there. If he's going to live up there, spinning it up top of the zone, he's going to get hurt.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Now in the box, Marcus Semien. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First pitch on its way. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. The 1-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Touché, sir. The A's strand 1. Will move to the 3rd with no score. Welcome back to Oakland as we're set for the start of the 3rd from the Coliseum here on MLB Network. Ready now for L.A., Rene Rivera. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's through first and hustling for second. And he will get there as the Angels are in business with a leadoff double.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
Olsen is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Here's Eric Young Jr. now. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. But it drops foul down there in the home bullpen area. Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. And he'll send it on to first, and that'll freeze the runner at second with 2 away now. Digging in, Cole Calhoun. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Rivera at second with 2 down. And this is high, a ball and a strike. 1-2 as he chases the slider. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the 2nd time today, he's gone on strikes. Angels leave 1. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. In now, Jonathan Lucroy as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First delivery to him on the way. Here's Simmons at short. Reined in, and he's set down 1 away.
Now batting, number 22.
So striding in, number 22. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
It's 2-1 to the A's leadoff batter. Big rip at the curveball, but he comes up empty, and it's even at 2-2. Got him. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He found his way over to third via a triple in his first at-bat. This one's down to third. And that's through for a hit.
Boy, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one to left field.
Here's Jed Lowry now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. A bouncer up the middle. Simmons to his left. He's there. Low throw, but a nice play at the bag by Pujols saves an error and ends the inning. One left for Oakland. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Now at the plate, number 6. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
So stepping in, Shohei Ohtani 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Oh, and a great knuckle curve just buckled him there, and there are 2 gone.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
The windup and the 0-1. And that one just missed outside. Pujols swings the bat and throws from the right side and stands at 6'3". He's a 17-year big league vet, so I think you could say he's just about seen it all.
Yeah, he has, Matty, an incredible career, and he's getting into parts unknown as far as seasons played in the 18 years in the big leagues. You'd be hard-pressed to find just your average generic player. When you start hanging around for that long, you're talking the likes of Mickey Mantle, Andy Pettitte, Mike Schmidt, guys along that lines that have stayed in the game 18 years and produced. Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Angels. So here's the cleanup hitter, Chris Davis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. Two balls and 2 strikes. The count to Chris Davis. Curveball got him swinging for the first out. Digging in, Matt Olson comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Down the first baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Blash comes on now and puts it away for the second out of the inning.
Right fielder.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a breaking ball. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Through 4, still tied, nothing. Striding into the box, Andrelton Simmons. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th. Now Anderson right back after it here as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Up next for the Angels.
A look at our line score here through the first 4, and as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors to this point for the Angels. And a fastball just a bit high. Another 1-2. And a fastball just a bit up. Oh, he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
Rene Rivera is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will, just to the right of the chalk, a fair ball.
Well, now you see how difficult it is to be a catcher. This ball is really smoked, gets all the way to the wall, D-Row, but he just doesn't have the foot speed to turn this into an extra base hit.
Yeah, his calling part is definitely not his ability to run the bases. It's for offense and massaging a pitching staff.
Jabari Blash is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. 0-2 count, and the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses, ball 1. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called 3rd strike, and the inning comes to a close. Angels strand 1. Halfway home, still no score. Standing in, Mark Hanna looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. And a breaking ball stays outside. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And another foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth, with a punch out, one away. So striding forward now, Marcus Semien. First pitch on its way. Hit sharply on the ground, and that finds its way into center for a one-out base hit.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Semien's off and running, fouled away. Ready with the 0-1. He's running again. Line to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Boy, is that a thing of beauty right there. Hit and run to perfection, Dero. Runners at first and third.
Yeah, it's exactly what you're trying to do. You don't see it in today's game too much. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of walks, homers, and strikeouts. But right there, manager sets it in motion, and the hitter just executes to perfection.
Into the box now, number 22. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. One run will score easily. Here's the second runner around third. And he's safe at the plate, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
Man, he was not messing around here. Sitting on the first pitch he saw and drove it to the outfield, bringing in both runners and putting himself into scoring position. It's great to see a guy that's aggressive at the plate when he's got a chance to do some damage.
In now, Matt Chapman. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So it's a two-run shot to right center. As the A's have opened it up even further, it's now 4-0.
He might have thought he was going to fool him with a first pitch bender, but he was wrong. He was sitting on that curve and absolutely hammered it way out of here.
Now batting, second baseman, Jed Lowry.
Here's Jed Lowry now. Swing and a line drive. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Chris Davis.
Here's Chris Davis now, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike one. No hits to this point. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike two.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
That's the third time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Hey, what a great pitch right there in a big situation. To pull the string on that changeup, he knew that hitter was going to be super aggressive.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
You see a guy taking swings like this. I think as a pitcher right here, you got to expand the zone even more.
Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. Matt Olson connects for a 2-run home run. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
I know I get big money for my expert analysis, but this is pretty simple. If you put a fastball up in the zone, over the heart of the plate, this guy's going to turn it around in a heartbeat. This one was no shocker.
Now batting.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Young Jr. on the move. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Another good inning for the A's. Maybe the best fans in baseball right there, and they're loving it at the 5 and dime. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Here's Eric Young Jr. now. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Oh, and trouble there for Lowry. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Grounded weakly to the right side. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first with a sure out. Taking in once again, number 6. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Popped him up. Chapman is able to look this one in just past the third base dugout, and that's out number 2. Ready for another shot now. Shohei Ohtani. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now. 0-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Angels leave 1. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Jose Alvarez gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hard on the ground towards short. And that's the first out.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Marcus Semien. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Here comes the first pitch. And it's fouled away. Semien in an 0-2 hole here. 1 out, nobody on. And oh, that gets him on the mound. Nice recovery play to get the second out, but we'll have to make sure he's okay on the mound. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Into the box, Jonathan Lucroy. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone as they add still another. It's a solo shot for Jonathan Lucroy as this lead swells to 7-0. Well, that was this lineup's third homer of the game.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Roll, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Young has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. The A's add on to their lead with the solo home run. 4, 5, and 6 coming up to start the 7th. It's now 7-0. Stepping up to the plate, Albert Pujols. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Count now, a ball and a strike. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Leaves a slider right over the middle.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Popped him up. In there, a base hit. The throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Here's the 4th hit of the game, and it's a good one. Puts a good swing on this thing, and it goes for a double. We'll see if they can build on it here.
Here's Caleb Coward as he rips it on the ground to second. Gloved by Lowry. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, Captain Rene.
In now for the Angels, Rene Rivera. He's set. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Ball and 2 strikes to the Angels catcher.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Angels strand 1. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Digging in, Matt Chapman. He went deep for a 2-run homer in his previous at-bat.
Hey, Matty, an interesting sequence in that last at-bat when he hit a home run. First pitch breaking ball when he hit that towering long drive home run. We'll see if they attack him more with fastballs in this at-bat.
But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first down.
Number 8, second baseman.
Riding in once again, Jed Lowry. In prior at-bats against Jose Alvarez, he's 1 for 4. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. Now a dive, but he can't get there, and this is going to be trouble out there in left center. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches, but when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
Into the box, Chris Davis. Hot shot on the ground is short. Played on the backhand. And the throw to Pujols is in time for the second out.
Now batting,
Ready to take his hacks again, Matt Olson, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Boy, this guy right here with that last.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. The relay. Throw to second, but he's in there. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his third RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Well, I tell you, those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
Stepping in now, Stephen Piscotty, high in the air. Howard is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. But the A's get a run on this RBI double. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now an 8-0 ball game. Now at the plate, Jabari Blash. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Fernando Rodney has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First pitch coming, here it is. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Now at the plate, Eric Young Jr. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder has a beat on it. 2 gone. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Cole Calhoun. His past history with Fernando Rodney. He's just 1 for 6. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order. Still 8-0. So now it's Mark Canha. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Matty. Dan, what does this feel like when balls are just flying out of the yard?
Hero, it's just one of those days when you're out there as a pitcher going, oh, I wish I was somewhere anywhere else but on that bump right now. This has the makings of being a long game.
At the plate, Marcus Semien. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. This one's down to third. And a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Jonathan Lucroy.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jonathan Lucroy. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked.
22.
Standing in now, number 22, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Here's a ground ball out to the shortstop, Simmons. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. The A's lead this one 8-0. At the plate, number 6, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances. as a professional.
Count even now at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up. Olsen in foul ground. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Up next for the Angels.
Next up, the two-way Japanese import, Shohei Ohtani. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Oh, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up, Matt. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Shohei Ohtani goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Here's Albert now as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. And now this crowd of 27,000 plus rise to their feet. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Angels down to their last strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Look, it's easy. You don't have to look any further than the 5th inning to see where this game was decided. They put together a big rally and did everything down the stretch to secure this win.
8-0 the final today. The Oakland A's used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Brett Anderson earns the victory on the mound. Andrew Heaney struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Athletics. 8 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. The Angels, no runs, 4 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. The winning pitcher is Brett Anderson. The loss goes to Andrew Heaney. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 9 minutes. A reminder that extra BART train service is available on the Fremont Daly City line or on the Fremont Richmond line by accessing the ramp directly outside the stadium beyond the left field wall. AC Transit will also be available.